evening. Well, thank you all so much for braving the snow and the cold to join us today for this student orientation. My name is Lisa Hagley, and I am the dual credit and dual enrollment manager at the College of DuPage. So for the students, thank you so much for participating in the dual credit program. You've made a terrific decision by taking a dual credit course. To all the parents, thank you so much for your support of your students and this opportunity that they're taking advantage of. So dual credit is college credit, so the course can be more rigorous, but studies have shown that students who take college courses while in high school are more likely to go on to higher education, and they will take less time to graduate than their counterparts who don't. So dual credit with the College of DuPage, you get the course for free, so you're saving time and money, so congratulations on that for sure. And so we're excited to be able to partner with your high schools to offer the dual credit opportunities, and we are continuing to work to provide even more courses for dual credit. So be sure to continue to look at the course offerings and see what new opportunities there are to take advantage of. For tonight's orientation, we have some wonderful individuals from the departments that they are representing to provide you with information on the resources that are available to all COD students, which includes you as dual credit students. So everything that's available, you have the opportunity to use those resources as well, so take advantage of that. We also have some refreshments in the back, some lemonade, water, and a lot of cookies, so feel free to grab 1 or 3 to eat while you're going through all the presentations and on your tours as well. Without further ado, I will introduce Daisy Flores from the Dual Credit and Dual Enrollment Office to share information about the program itself and then more important dates to remember as well. Daisy.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you guys all for coming. My name is Daisy Flores. I'm the dual credit specialist here at College of DuPage. My main role is to work with the high school instructors, making sure that they submit your guys' midterms, your grades, if the teachers have any questions, if a student has to have any completes on their account. I'm the one that they usually go to for that. I do work a lot with students and parents, depending on if they have questions as well. Say you guys come like few years later, I'm usually the one that works with those students as well. Our team is pretty small. It does consist of 3 of us. Lisa, as you just met, me, and then Chris Garay, which is our registration person. She makes sure that all you guys are registered in the course that you're supposed to be in. She also does all the drafts or anything that has to do with registration. We have a quick video for you guys, just to kind of get a glimpse of what dual credit is. We do get a lot of people confusing dual credit with early admissions or any kind of credit that is offered at college and maybe not offered at the high school, but this will kind of clear it up a little bit.
Or maybe you just want to get, so you're eager to get your college degree and into your career as quickly as possible. Or maybe you just want to get your gen eds out of the way. But there's a problem. You're still in high school. That's where College of DuPage's dual credit program comes in. This is an opportunity for qualified high school students to enroll in college-level courses, earning both high school and college credits. I know, what? Here's how it works. You go to your high school. Yes, the same one you've been going to. You attend a class during your regular school hours, but it's taught by a high school teacher that's qualified as a dual credit instructor at College of DuPage. That's it. And what you get? Reduced college costs with tuition-free courses. Boom. Engaging college curriculum and coursework that you can't get in your normal high school classroom. Boom. Enhanced abilities and skills to do college-level work, meaning confidence for success. And most importantly, closer to your college degree. Contact the Office of Dual Credit and Dual Enrollment or your high school counselor for a list of eligible courses.
I quickly just want to go over what's in in this folder right here. On the right side, you'll see the schedule for today and who's gonna be presenting. There's some contact information in the middle. So if you guys have questions later on, you can always contact us. Behind that, you will see a flyer that has information about access and accommodations with students with disabilities and how to get your resources if you do come to CLE. And you can use them as well as a dual credit student. We also have a flyer in here for tutoring. So as a dual credit student, you are eligible to use our tutoring here on campus, and it's all for free. On the other side, you have important dates. These dates show how long you have to be able to drop your course without it reflecting on your transcript. So if you see that midterm grade or midterm date, you have until the 22nd to drop your course. So it won't show up at all on your transcript. Say you decide you're still gonna go to your class and then later on you're not doing so well, you do have until the last day of courses to withdraw, which is nice because if you're a student here, you don't have that long to withdraw. The only thing with the W on your transcript is that it will be on there. So say you want to get financial aid in the future, they will see a W, so that may affect your financial aid. But if you retake the course or anything like that, that will be wiped out. So just remember the dates in case. I suggest talking to your high school instructors if you are not sure if you're doing well or not, so then that way they can tell you if you need to drop or not. Also, this form has our Instagram page. We do often post on here, and it shows like if we have activities going on, or we will post this withdrawal dates or how to get your transcript. Anything dual credit will be on the Instagram page. The last form in this folder is our FAQ, so most frequently asked questions. The thing that I think is very helpful, it says how to order your transcripts. It gives you step-by-step on how to request those transcripts. If you decide to come to CLE, you do not have to do anything, it will automatically be on there, but if you decide that you want to go to a different, either a community college if you're assigned to a different one, or if you want to go to a different university, you can also request those transcripts to be sent to your university. All right, so quickly, I just want to go over what the difference is with dual credit and AP. Dual credit, as Lisa mentioned, it is a course that's offered at the high school, taught by a high school instructor that is qualified to be a college professor. They have all the qualifications, and they've been approved to do that. It's taught during your class time, and you're getting credit for high school and also college. Tuition is completely free, and you're able to use both high school and COD resources. As soon as you're done with the course, you will see your grade on your transcript, so it's automatically transferred. The difference with AP is you are taking a test at the end, and you do have to pay a fee for the test, and your test scores, you'll have to submit it to the school, and each college or university will take different scores. So it really depends on the university if they will take your AP. But it's a little bit of a different process where you do have to take the test, and dual credit is just a course. Both are great, and you're able to use those to advance. So it's just something to look into the different options that you have. So you guys probably already know the selection courses, how you pick your classes. Everything goes through the high school. We don't put you in a class, so we will have some parents call and say, hey, I want our student to be dual credit. We actually don't have the access to put somebody in there. It's all through the high school. So the high school will have to put them in the course, and then we will do the registration process. So once you're in that course, we will send information on how to fill out an intake form, which you guys all have done. Once that intake form is sent in, then you're registered for the course. When you are registered, you are able to see and verify on your account on My Access, which is what the information on how to get your transcripts. You can also go into My Access to also verify that you're in that course. Some courses do require prerequisites. If your class required prerequisites, you would already know. The high school teacher will make adjustments for you to either take a test or submit transcripts or submit any kind of scores for that. All right, like I mentioned, March 22nd for midterms, last day to withdraw, the last day of class. So Again, you can talk to your high school instructor for that, or you can also reach out to us and we can let you guys know. Again, a lot of different benefits. We're gonna go over those, which department that's gonna come here and present. But just quickly, library, you can use tutoring, any COD events that we have on campus, you're welcome to come and enjoy those events. Most of our students are college ready by the time they start because they are taking more advanced classes. They are more aware of deadlines, and it's more of, you're working on your own to get those courses on your transcript. So again, My Access is where you can look at your grades, you can look at your transcript, you can see what your status is. And again, those instructions are in that FAQ form. If you need your student username, you do have to contact us. You can email dualcredit@cod.edu. You will email us with the email that you use to sign up. So usually it's your high school email, and then we'll be able to match you to your account and send you that username. If your account doesn't work, we do send you over to the help desk, but usually you want to come to us first. So lastly, I'd like to show you guys the contact information if you guys want to take a picture of it, or you do have our main contact information on the agenda. We have everyone's information here, but if you have general questions, you probably want to contact me. That is FloresD107@cod.edu. You can also contact our dual credit at cod.edu. But if you guys have any questions, I would say contact me because I'll get back to you guys faster. Other than that, does anyone have any questions on the main dual credit? And if not, you are welcome to ask questions at the end. But next, we have the Learning Commons.
Hello, how y'all doing? Everybody survived the snow today? Isn't it pretty? Anyway, my name is Angel Nance. I'm from the Learning Commons, which is the academic support center for the College of DuPage. I'm going to give you just a brief overview of our services and how we work with students. You're getting a handout that kind of gives you highlights or bullet points of everything I'm going to talk about, because I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. You also have our phone numbers and email address and website on that sheet. So the Learning Commons is the academic support center, and we have a few different areas. We offer math assistance, tutoring services, writing, reading, speech assistance, and we also have some resources to help students who are preparing for that math placement test in particular. If you do find you have to take that math placement test or you're not sure, make sure you visit the placement testing website for the most up-to-date information on policies and procedures. Things did change January 3rd, and we just want to make sure you have the most up-to-date information and are following the current guidelines. If you do then need to take it in the Learning Commons, we have some resources to help you understand that process and how to navigate that system, the ALEX program that we use for that placement test. If you can get information ahead of time from us and understand that process, you're more likely to finish it in a timely manner. Then, once you are in your math classes, we have our math assistance area available to you. Now, not only will we work with you on math classes, we'll work with you on any kind of math in any class you might be taking. Some examples: culinary, automotive, welding. I was visiting a business class, and they said there's going to be some math in there. Surprise, math is all around you. So our math is chemistry, yes, chemistry, physics. There's a lot of math and science courses. So our math assistance area works on a walk-in or a drop-in basis. You don't ever have to have an appointment. We work with students both in person and online. And they're open 6 days a week this semester. So, excuse me, lots of great support, one-on-one working with our staff. We also have some resources like textbooks and handouts available to you within the Learning Commons. We have this really great do-it-yourself review section on our website. If it's been a while since you've done some math and you're encountering it in one of those math classes, this is a good place for you to go to brush up on some of those skills. Our next area is tutoring services. Our tutoring is course-based, which means the tutors are working with you to review, clarify, or reinforce things that have been covered in your classes already. A tutoring session is not going to be a substitute for attending class or your own personal study time. The tutors do expect that you come to a session with questions or topics that you want to work on. Our tutoring works by appointment as well as drop-in, and we see students both in person and online. Now, in addition to working with students on course content, so things you're learning in your classes, we work with students on what we call strategic success skills. Y'all might be more familiar with the term study skills, right? Time management, organize, note-taking, test preparation techniques, all things that when you develop them and apply them to your courses, they can help you be a more successful or become a stronger student. So you can make appointments to work with our tutors on those skills, but we have some really great handouts and videos on our website as well. The final area in the Learning Commons is our writing, reading, speech assistance area. A lot of times students think writing help is just for English courses, or speech help is just for speech courses. But we work with you on these skills in any course you might be taking. Lab reports for science courses, discussion boards, formal papers when you're doing research and citations. Our writing coaches will work with you to help you become a stronger and more confident writer, and as a result have better or stronger writing, and help you develop skills that you can apply to any kind of writing you're doing at COD and beyond. With speech assistance, we'll work with you from developing topics or ideas, creating any kind of visuals you have to do, and offering you opportunities to practice your speeches or presentations with us, and getting feedback not only on what you're saying, but how are you saying it? What are your presentation skills like? Are you making good eye contact? What's your body language like? Are you talking too fast, which is usually me? I get so excited, I start talking really fast, and then nobody can understand what I'm saying, and I'm making breath. So things like that. And also help you kind of manage any kind of anxiety you might have about public speaking. That's not a problem for any of you though, right? Writing, reading, speech assistance works on an appointment and basis, and they see students both in person and online as well. They are open 7 days a week this semester in writing, reading, speech assistance. The Learning Commons, I want to stress to you all, is for any student. It doesn't matter if you're taking classes full-time or part-time, if you're hybrid, in person, online. We are here for any student who's looking for support in achieving their academic goals. And we know that y'all have different goals or different reasons why you're taking classes. So whatever that goal is for you, we want to help you achieve that. I always encourage students to come in early and come in often. Don't wait until you're struggling with a subject to start getting support. If you can get appointments or work with a tutor early on in the semester and keep that up, you're going to start strong and you're going to finish even stronger. So reach out to us early in that semester. Oh yeah, it's free. That's nice to hear, right? It's all included as part of your tuition. You are never going to pay extra as a COD student to use these great support resources. Private tutoring can be incredibly expensive, so please make sure you reach out to us first before you go out and look for private tutors or go to one of those tutoring centers. Come and talk to us first and take advantage of the resources available to you. And that's for all the resources at the college. You're going to hear from the library, career services, so many wonderful things here for you. We're located in the Student Resource Center, which is this building, but we're on the opposite end. Our room number is 2102. There's a picture of our front door there for you, so you know you're in the right place. We're right upstairs from the cafeteria. We're just down the hall from the coffee shop, so easy location to find. I know I've gone through things very quickly this evening. It's a lot to think about and process. I encourage you to explore our website for more details about all of these services and additional resources like those DIYs I talked about. But more importantly, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Give us a call, send us an email, or stop in and see us. Our staff are very happy to discuss the courses you're taking with you and the type of support that you're looking for and help connect you with the right area in the Learning Commons so that you can get that support that you're looking for. I think that's it. All right, that's all I have for you. Welcome, good luck. We look forward to seeing you all in the Learning Commons and have a great semester.
There you go.
Next department is the library.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Christine Kickles. I'm a librarian with the College of DuPage, and I am here tonight to introduce you to the library, which is actually in the same building as the Learning Commons and where we are tonight. It's actually right down the hall, and I'm really hoping that as you walk out of here tonight, that maybe you'll walk by or actually walk through the place and take a look before you leave campus tonight. So as dual credit students, we're going to tell you again, you are COD students, and so much like Learning Commons has already mentioned tonight, you are COD students, so you have access to everything that the library is offering the students that are here on campus. We are an academic college library, so this is the time for you to start thinking about how you're going to avail yourself, take advantage of the things that are here as a college student. So you may be taking classes in your high school or in other areas, and you may think, why would I even have to come here to use the facilities, check out books, or take advantage of anything? But if that's not what is really going to relate to the class that you're taking, think about also just coming by and just exploring what we have. Now is the time for you to start thinking like a college student because of the classes that you're taking. We are a very large facility. We're 2 floors. We have plenty of places to study. We're open 7 days a week. During the week, we're open until 10 o'clock at night. Sundays, noon to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to 4:30. In your high schools, you may have media lab, you may have equipment, so do we. So a lot of the things that you'll notice that we offer are just going to be next level for you. So we encourage you to come in and take advantage. Much like Student Life is going to mention tonight, we also host events, so we're a real active place. Another thing that you can take advantage of is the Student Research Symposium. It's held every May, and it's based on work that you've done in your dual credit course. So it's something else that's being promoted right now. We do award cash prizes for students that take the next step and actually kind of reflect on that process, but that is also extended to our dual credit students. So anything you see offered on the library's homepage is also open to you. These are some of our winners from last year, and I think our top prize is $750 for one of the students. So specifically tonight, I wanted to highlight, as you're thinking about the courses that you're taking, and I'm a mom of a student that did dual credit, did dual enrollment, also did AP classes, we've done it all. And see, these are some of the things that we really just want to drive home to you that you can do. So if you're thinking about the library and it's like a research frame of mind for you, you already have access. So you were given a network ID and password. If you're not sure what that is, let's make sure we figure that out for you tonight. But that's your access to anything that's available online. So like many libraries, we have ebooks and streaming video and all kinds of content. You have access. There's no need for you to even get a library card. I know you have access in your high schools. You may have access in public libraries. But as a college library, we have some pretty unique things. So not only do we have things that you might use for research, but we have the New York Times. We have a database for learning another language. We have a platform that delivers ebooks and audiobooks and streaming movies. So if you're a library lover, now's the time to kind of add another one to your collection. Everything is available on our website. It is, it's available 24/7, so take advantage. The databases are the main thing that students use. You'll probably be introduced to them in some of your classes. Much like the Learning Commons, we take appointments. Everything is free. You can chat with us online. You can be anonymous if you want to. But we're here to help you in the classes that you're taking. And if you're a mom or a dad or a friend or someone here as a support person tonight, anybody who lives in DuPage County can get a library card with us. You can have access to our resources. Our students get the remote access to the online tools, but you can also avail yourself of some of the things that are in-house. For study, I'm going to tell you, come see us. Come on a weekend. Come find out what this place looks like. It's a really nice library. I have worked at many places. I work with our honor students. They come back to us and say, I like to study here, okay? Here's an example of some of the things that we have, like movable whiteboards. We have study rooms that you can book ahead of time and meet up with people. You can, if you're taking an online class or you have no idea that or any plan to come back here, you can chat with us online as well. So lots of things that you probably are having some access to where you are, but it's next level. This is probably one of my favorite rooms, so very popular for groups to go ahead and book. For creativity, especially if you're my art student, keep in mind that we have a media lab, we have equipment that checks out everything from cameras to green screens, microphones, podcast kits. If you come to campus, we actually have in-house recording booths too. So I don't know what your situation is in your high schools, but if this is something you'd like to take advantage of, please come use us. This is Luis, one of the students that's going to be on our panel a little bit, using some of the equipment in the media lab. This is one of our recording booths. So keep in mind, you can get a library card. You don't need one though to use the resources online. If you want to apply for one, or if you're a parent, friend, community member here tonight, you can apply for one. We'll literally send it to you in the mail, but it is not required for you to use the library's resources. And then last but not least, please feel free to follow us on all the social media tools that are out there. We would love to work with you. And once again, remember, you are a College of DuPage student, and all of these things are available for you to start using right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. Next, we have student life.
Hello. My name is, I'll stand by the microphone, but I'm a little small. You might not see my face. My name is Jennifer Mejia. I work in the Office of Student Life. I am the club specialist, so I oversee all of our student clubs here at College of DuPage. Student life is super fun. It is all of the things that you can experience outside of the classroom. Let's talk a little bit about what that is. This is our mission, right? So we are all about building community and educating students to live a life of leadership, right? So those are kind of lofty things. Let's talk a little bit about what that means. So let's start with building community. So we have lots of different events. So a lot of the library presentation, the learning commons presentation, we talked about different events and resources available to you. Student Life hosts a lot of events. Lots of them are social events to get you connected with other students who are coming here to COD, who are in your same boat. We have Welcome Week events. This is currently our Winter Welcome Week, so we have events and free food every day. We have Spirit Week events, we have Boosting Orientation, lots of big events to get you connected to the COD campus. We also have a lot of clubs. I did mention I am a club specialist, so I do oversee all of those clubs. We currently have about 60 active clubs. So there's really something for everybody. They range all sorts of interests, topics, anything you might think of, we probably have a club for that. Yes, and if you do not find a club that is interesting to you or you want to do something else, I am the person who will help you start a new club if that is something that you're interested in. Our clubs are a great way to build community. It's a great way, again, to connect with people who have like interests and kind of build that little home away from home, build your little space here while you're at College of DuPage. And they provide great leadership opportunities, which is the other thing we do. So sticking to clubs, all of our clubs have officer teams, right? So people who help run the club. They're planning the events, they're running the meetings, doing all the logistics. That is what our club officers do. We, as Student Life, we provide trainings for them. I mentioned our welcome weeks have free food. All of our trainings normally have free food. Student Life, we love to feed all of our students. So that is what we do. So we have trainings, workshops, grants to get you to conferences. All of those things are available through Student Life. Actually, you will see a panel a little later, and I think all your panelists are actually Student Life club officers. So if you have any questions about involvement, they're great people to ask. And then another thing for leadership, we have 2 formal leadership programs, right? So this is the Living Leadership Program. It is a two-phase, self-paced leadership program. The great thing about that, it is self-paced, like I said. So you go at your own pace, you choose your own adventure. Our leadership coordinator really does a great job of providing opportunities that, again, are a wide variety of interests, topics, anything that you might be interested in. There is an opportunity for you in the Living Leadership Program, and if you complete the program, phase 1 you get a certificate, phase 2 you get a medal, and what is college but a journey to get a very expensive piece of paper, right? So this one is free. Our other leadership program is the Orientation Leader Program, so this is part of our new student orientation. Our orientation leaders, they help welcome all of our new students to campus. You have seen them in a lot of the pictures in these presentations. You've seen these green shirts you kind of see in the background. Those are orientation leaders. The great thing about the Orientation Leader Program, the Living Leadership Program that I mentioned, that is open to everyone. Orientation Leader Program is application-based. So we take about 60 orientation leaders a year, and they do get a scholarship. Orientation leaders are eligible to up to $700 in scholarships, so that's great. Now, this one I think is a little bit more suitable to this crowd. So you are taking dual credit courses. That is wonderful. If once your time to actually go to college, to an actual college institution comes and you decide to come to COD, this is my formal invitation to you to join us at New Student Orientation. We have one every fall and every spring. These are some of the opportunities available there. So just like I said with the clubs and the events we host on campus, this is a great way to start your time at COD. If you do decide to come here, it's a great way to connect with new students, to learn all about different departments. You learned about some of them here, but it's a lot of information to keep track of, so you can see it again. And you can get lots of free stuff. I love free stuff. This here is our Chap Life page. So Chap Life is actually our engagement platform. This is our website where you will find all of our clubs and the events that are happening on campus. You can find them all here. You will log in using your COD login. That's been mentioned a few times too. So by logging in, you will be able to see all of the different forums, all of the different features available on this site. And you can really click around to see what clubs we have, if there's anything that's of interest to you, if there's an event that you want to attend. A lot of our clubs are here during the day when you're probably in school, but a lot of clubs also have evening and weekend events, so that is a cool thing to check out as well. If you do decide to get involved and start building and start using the site, it will build out a smart transcript for you, which will document all of your involvement during your time as a COD student. So as dual credit students, you are officially COD students. You can take advantage of our student clubs, of our leadership programs, all of that. And you can track it right here on Chap Life. Like the other departments also have, we have social media pages. You can find us everywhere at COD Student Life. That is a great way just to see what events we have going on, any updates. We like to share a lot of things from other departments, so financial aid, all of that gets shared on our pages. And we also share, like I said, events. Sometimes we do social media giveaways. As COD students, you are eligible to participate in all of those. A fun one that we used to do, and maybe we'll bring it back, is we used to do like pizza parties. You can enter a social media contest and get a pizza party delivered to your house. Great, you don't even have to leave your house. And that's kind of what we do at Student Life. I know that was a lot, and it was kind of fast, but I'm here to save time and be speedy. Any questions about involvement as COD students? Cool. Another thing I didn't mention, Student Life does student IDs. So we talked a lot about the library right before I came up, and we talked about not needing a library card. However, your student ID card doubles as your library card, so you will have one if you've signed up to get a student ID today. And then you can also use that student ID card to get various like college discounts in the community. You can check out our website to see where you can get college discounts using your student ID card. And that's me. Thanks.
Thanks, Julie. All right, next we have admissions.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Rio from the admissions office. I've actually been with College of DuPage now for about 18 years, so I've definitely been here for a while. What I want to actually pull up is the COD website, where for many students getting enrolled into the college, this is where you're going to start. Now, there is a misconception for many students who think being a dual credit student means they're already applied into the college. And I understand we're saying a lot of that. The different offices are saying, you're a dual credit student, you're a dual credit student, use the library, go get your ID, all of that. But technically, there is something called the application that is not the same as the dual credit form. So my suggestion, especially if you are someone that is planning to come after high school or maybe in between the summers, if you do attend a four-year university, make sure to apply to the College of DuPage officially. There will be admission representatives like myself, my colleague Stephanie Lokensol, who is the other high school admission rep, actually come to many of the area high schools throughout a student's senior year to help students complete the general COD application, which is found on our COD homepage. The main difference between the COD application and the COD dual credit form is that you will be actually completing a profile, which will then lead to the application, which will include some very important stuff like your social security number or an alternative ID number for students that wish to not use a social security number. There will be some demographic questions about how many years you've attended an English primary speaking school, or how many years of college did your parents attend? All of these questions do focus on a lot of the demographics for our students. One thing that you will find on the COD application is that we will not be asking essays for students. Students will not need to be submitting letters of recommendations for the application for the College of DuPage. And that's because as a community college, especially here for the DuPage County, we are an open enrollment school. So the minimum requirements for general admission would be to be 18 years of age or older or have a high school diploma. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, if I'm a dual credit student, why do I still have to complete the COD application? Well, one of the main reasons is some of those questions are going to be directly related to something called the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or the alternative application for financial aid for students using health IDs. Students who are high school graduates or GED recipients will now have access to these federal funds, whether they be grants or loans. And that is one of the main reasons why that general COD application is so important to complete once you're done with high school. One of the things we also try to recommend for our students, especially our seniors, is that it's going to be really timely. You know, a lot of our applications, we don't have exact deadlines. You know, again, we're open enrollment. We love everybody, come on in when you can. But there is a process that is really important to know that, you know, it is on a first come, first served basis. So we always recommend that students, you know, by their senior year, in the fall semester, have their COD username that you're using a lot through your dual credit, but switched over as a admitted soon to graduate high school, college freshman. We want you to have that username information. Secondly, in January, we want students to then officially apply for many of the COD scholarships. COD has a foundation which collects donations from different entities, different businesses, even from different alum. And every spring semester within the period of January to March of a student's senior year, that is when soon to graduate high school seniors can apply for COD scholarships. Usually, again, as time sensitive, many of the local high schools will have their area rep come to campus at their high school to make sure that they are all aware of the scholarships that COD offers. And what's wonderful about the COD scholarships is that many of our scholarships, they are not just academic based or merit based. You'll find that every spring semester we will have scholarships that will be into like maybe 200, and it ranges anywhere from 160 to 200 scholarships. And the scholarships are all, for the criteria, it's all across the board. It can be based off of, academics and merit-based, but it can be based off of your high school. It can be based off of your program that you're interested in going into. So just as a visual, under the scholarship page of the COD website, that ever so important username and password that you will be very familiar with when trying to access your COD records will also be what students will be using to log in to actually apply for scholarships. Within this portal, this is where you'll log in and you'll be able to answer a few questions to filter out the scholarships that are best suited for you to apply for. And then this is where the essays can be entered. This is where you can actually send links to people who you would like to be recommenders for you. Some of our scholarships will have essay requirements. Some of them will have letters of recommendations that will be reviewed for consideration. So again, something to definitely make sure that you are fully aware of. The COD application, while it guarantees admission, we don't complete application at the time. So there will always be a separate scholarship opportunity generally within the month of January to March of a student's senior year. And then once you're done with the application and knowing about the scholarship, another website that is really important to be familiar with, and it's again under the admissions page, is just completing the steps to enrollment. You guys have learned about the Learning Commons. They are also wonderful in helping students prepare for placement exams, especially in the areas of math. Once you have those placement tests done, you can actually start sitting down and meeting with an advisor from our counseling and advising department to help select your courses. And if you are a dual credit student and you have a number of COD classes already under your belt, our COD advisors will know which ones that you can stay away from and not have to repeat. Because as a dual credit student, any classes that you completed will already be in your record, allowing you to, either go on to the next level of that subject, or free some time to take another general education course that you would be interested in. And then registration occurs. General registration, our registration calendar actually begins for fall classes as early as the beginning of May, end of April. So some students are able to have their first entire semester of their college freshman semester completely registered and paid for and already planned out even before they walk across the stage to get their high school diploma. So the Steps to Enrollment page is something that you can find under the Admissions tab off of the COD website, which again, you can find the very all-important COD application. And if you want to know and maybe learn more and meet with your specific admission representative on a one-on-one basis, under the Admissions tab of our website, You would just need to find your school, and it'll populate with the COD admission representative that is designated for you. So thank you guys all for coming and joining and learning a little bit more about COD, dual credit, and the admission process. Again, my name is Rio Almaria. You can email me at almaria@cod.edu, and I hope to see you guys all soon in the near future.
So lastly, we have a panel of students. We have a couple questions for them, and if you guys have questions for students as well, feel free to raise your hand and we'll ask them those questions. If you guys would like to come on. Firstly, if you guys could state your name and what you are going to school for.
Start over here. I'm Nick Carmia, K-A-R-M-I-A. I am currently studying mass communications.
Hello, my name is Luis. I already have a degree in culinary arts, but I am currently getting my associate of arts so I can eventually transfer and get a degree in psychology and anthropology.
Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Hailu, and I am studying marketing.
Awesome. We would like to ask, first thing is, why did you choose College of DuPage?
I'll start again. I'll be the first person to speak on the right side here. Why did I choose College of DuPage? Well, to be completely honest with you, it was senior year of high school as everybody's applying to various institutions. I got into a couple of them, but all of them had a pretty big financial obligation. And so I was trying to, score some scholarships and sort of see if I could somehow pay my way through, but I simply didn't have the funds available. And so College of DuPage was there definitely as an alternative. And I came here one day on campus and I was looking around and I saw, wow, this is an amazing place. I felt that was filled with a lot of opportunity. So that's why I came here.
For me, when I decided that I wanted to come to college, it was immediately when I was deciding where to go to after high school. Especially since I was interested in culinary at the time, and College of DuPage has a really amazing culinary program here. But really what sealed the deal was involvement. Rio, which gave the admissions presentation, actually got me into the student ambassador program right in my senior year of high school, and that kind of sealed the deal for me to come over here.
So I chose the College of DuPage because there was a lot of uncertainty in my life. I graduated spring 2020, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And also financially, I didn't know how much college was going to cost me, and I just thought it was the smartest decision so I could actually develop what strengths I had and pick the career path I wanted to go into.
All right, so this question, I think is a good question, especially for you guys as a high school student. When I used to go to high schools, I got this question a lot, and people have a lot of misconceptions about community college. So what is a misconception that maybe you guys have heard about and that you found out was false when you attended here?
I'm first going to establish this as my microphone. This is going to be on the right side only. They're going to share that microphone over there. Biggest misconception definitely would be, just kind of everybody as high school sort of coming to a close, you have this huge pressure that's put on top of you that you have to go to a four-year institution. Whether that be a big name or a small, if you're coming out of high school and people are thinking, like if I don't make it into one of these four-year schools, I didn't make it, I didn't try hard enough, I'm not successful enough. And I would say that is the largest misconception especially that I heard about COD. That was kind of the name that was being thrown around for community colleges at my high school. And I could, after being here for a couple semesters, I can definitely tell that, you know, most of those people probably never even came here to check out what was actually going on. I would say that was the biggest misconception.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. At my high school, there was this huge misconception with community colleges that if you go to community colleges, it's because you don't have money to pay for anything else. That if you go to community college, you don't want a social life, because at universities is where, you know, all the parties and all the fun clubs and organizations stuff are at. But that was not the case at all. So it does offer a lot of ways for students to have a social life here, and I didn't realize that until I got here and got involved in a bunch of different things. But even now, because, you know, like I said, I've changed my major. I did get my culinary degree, but I'm pursuing something else. And this is my 4th year here at the college. And even today, every single year I see students that were my age, or younger or older from my high school that are coming back to community college. Initially went to a 4-year institution, and something went wrong over there, and now they're here at the community college that they did not want to go to in the first place, which now they decided they wanted to go to. But yeah, you're making a great choice by coming to College DuPage, by the way.
So the biggest misconception that I've heard, similar to you guys, is that COD wasn't going to provide me with the same education that a university would provide me with, which is absolutely false. I honestly think that COD provides way more than universities. A lot of the classes that I was in were smaller, so I had more one-on-ones with my teachers and my classmates. And it was very beneficial because I was able to connect with them. Also financially, it's easier for students who may be working outside of school. For a year I was working outside of school, and I would fix my schedule to accommodate that. So yeah, that was the biggest misconception that I heard.
To go along with that, I work a lot with parents, and I've heard parents tell their students, just go to community college, it's a lot easier. Personally, as I've attended a private university, I've attended a public university for my bachelor's and my master's, I believe that my community college was a little bit harder than all those other universities, just because they do work in smaller classes, so you're doing a lot of work, but there's a lot of resources, and since your classes are smaller, you're able to work with more people in your course, in your class, students, instructors, and you're connected to a lot more resources, so that's very nice too. The next question is, what's your favorite part about community college?
I think that question, I think it directly ties back to the misconceptions that we're talking about. People tend to think about community colleges that the opportunity isn't there, that the resources aren't there, that the people you want to surround yourself with aren't there. But that is everything opposite of the truth, especially at COD, and that's why I love it so much. All of that, it is there. The involvement and your ability to really make the most out of your education is absolutely here. And I think what's especially unique about the community college experience is, for most people, they are looking to start out at that 2-year institution and then maybe transfer over to a 4-year. This can really serve as a great first step, as some really good stomping grounds to explore and get your foot in the door as well with a ton of people here that have amazing experiences in the workforce.
Yeah, definitely. Something I like about community college is that a lot of students, when they think about community college, they think it's more of like an obstacle before they actually go and do what they're supposed to do at university or in a career or something. But it's actually kind of like a trampoline that a lot of people don't really realize, that it's actually going to send you off faster than usually a lot of students realize. Like one of the main reasons, again, like with misconceptions, is that it's different education. People think that, but it's not true at all. I've had an amazing speech professor, Chris Miller, which is somebody that's really well known here at the college, and he used to teach at a university, I believe University of Illinois, and that course program that he was teaching at that school is the same exact thing that he's teaching here at the College of DuPage. So every professor, especially for specific programs that you go into, for example, me being a culinary student, every professor that I've had has been a chef, has been a restaurant owner, has owned restaurants and hotels, even like cruise ships, things like that. They all have experience. And for things like nursing programs or like our technical programs with automotive, things like that, all these professors are people that know what they're doing and have been in the field, have experience. So keep that in mind in anything they're doing here regarding your classes.
My favorite part about community college is all the resources that are provided to us. I was undecided for about a year, and it would really stress me out because I didn't know where I was going in life and I didn't know where to start. And I decided to take a career development class, which ultimately led me to picking marketing. And all the professors were very helpful, as well as the tutoring center. You could literally just walk in with one question and you'll get immediate help. Also student life, the library, so yeah, the resources, take advantage of them.
So a few weeks ago, I went to a different high school and I saw that we had a lot of students there taking dual credit. They are also in sports and multiple clubs. So this question kind of goes for you guys on that, just because they're able to balance a lot. So I want you guys to see how it is possible. Did you guys participate in any activities, clubs, or anything at your high school, and do you do that now?
Yeah, I would say I was definitely a participator. I like to be as involved as I could, especially in high school. I was with speech team, Model UN, did some drama club stuff, various volunteer and service clubs in high school. And yeah, I love to be really involved. And I have totally connected that over here during my time at COD. Actually, I wrote a list here of all the stuff that I'm kind of a part of. So this isn't a script. I'm just giving off some names over here on this right side. But so I recently just joined up with Student Leadership Council, where you, the student, are actually able to voice your opinions on different things that are happening around campus. So you're able to sort of get in contact with some of the department chairs, people that control a lot of the logistics here at the institution. You're able to give your side of the story. So you get sort of firsthand look and firsthand action on what's going on here at the college. I would say mainly the biggest thing I've been a part of here is the student newspaper. As a mass communications student, I'm kind of pursuing a field in journalism, and so I've been a part of the student newspaper, the Courier. Nick Garmier, sports writer. So if you want to check me out, that's my name. So I've been doing that about 6.5 months now, and I have met some absolutely fantastic people that I've interviewed for stories and explored some really interesting topics here, and sort of been an advocate for different things here at the college as well. I'm a part of the Honor Society. It's actually my president right here at the Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, and we've been doing some awesome outreach stuff as well. I just joined up a speech team and Model UN. Model UN's actually going to be having a conference going to Amsterdam really soon, so get to really expand your sights on things there. Spanish Club, we have an activities board here that runs events, CAD crew all around campus. There's COD buddies where you're able to gain a one-to-one friendship with individuals with or without disabilities, and then as well as Improv Club. I tried to put my foot in everything, because there are so many amazing people here, and you are absolutely able to continue on with those extracurriculars you did in high school and bring them on over here. Plenty of opportunity for that.
Yeah, so as you can tell, there's a lot of ways to be involved here at the college. But for me, my journey was a little different. In high school, I wasn't really involved that much. I tried to be involved. I joined, I did soccer in high school. I did Key Club, did volunteering, but I didn't really do much. So I told myself that when I go into college, I was going to try my best to get involved and actually go out there and do different things that I wasn't really used to. Two of the main things that really kicked off at the beginning was Phi Theta Kappa and Student Ambassador Program. Student Ambassador Program is basically an opportunity for students to do tours, which you'll see some student ambassadors in a second after our panel, and also just kind of be an ambassador for the college in a variety of different events. As well as Phi Theta Kappa is the honor society here on campus. And like Nick said, I'm the current president of our chapter here. But a lot of different involvements here have a lot of opportunity for you to grow as a leader, or to just meet friends, or to just get a lot of experience. For example, students that want to do accounting, there's an accounting club where they actually get to meet people that are in the field, get experience from current students here. But there's something here for everybody. But I just want to say that do it even if you think you won't be able to do it. Because I never thought that I would be the president of an honor society. But even then, I'm still thinking bigger. Something that Phi Theta Kappa does is that they have different levels of leadership. Being chapter president is the lowest level of leadership on the large scale. And this year, I'm actually getting the chance to run for an international officer position, which would make me the representative of the Midwest for Phi Theta Kappa. So there's so much opportunity, even outside of the college, that the college offers for you. There's a lot of scholarship opportunities with programs here, and there's just so much they can do through involvements. But yeah.
My answer won't be as long as theirs, but I pretty much got involved. I was virtual for 1 year, so I wasn't really communicating with people. I was an introvert, so I was having a hard time getting out and joining activities. But I was lead for my African American advisory in high school, and I continued, and I became Black Student Alliance president at COD. And that kind of opened the doors to other opportunities. So then I started doing marketing for Chaparral Activities Board, and I gained a lot of experience in designing marketing as well as social media marketing. But these are really important things to join, just because when you start transferring or wherever you want to go, I would put it on your resume because it stands out, because some people haven't done that. And I would also just try your best to get involved, because you meet a lot of new people who become your really, really good friends. And also scholarship opportunities. A lot of these programs, they do offer scholarships which could help students.
So we're gonna go to the last question. I think you guys kind of went over it, but what are your plans after College of DuPage?
My plans after College of DuPage, I'd like to pursue a career in journalism. I'd like to preferably be a news anchor. So everybody here is invited to my show. 10, 15 years from now, put you on live. But yeah, no, I'd like to pursue that. And you know, my main motivation in journalism, why I have such a passion for that field, is, you know, simply because I think everybody has a story to tell, and I think everybody's legacy deserves credit at some point in time. And so that's why I'd like to get in that field, almost be, you know, both an oral historian and a documenter of everybody's life story. And College of DuPage has definitely served as a fundamental step in pursuing that career.
Yeah, so something that usually happens when you go into universities and colleges is that what you want to do with your life changes all the time. Like for me, what I thought when I came here is that I was going to get my culinary degree and start working in restaurants. But just by being here at the college and getting involved and doing a bunch of different things, what I wanted to do and my perspective on life kind of changed, and it brought me into things like psychology and just kind of studying, you know, how people behave together, because in involvements you get to work with a lot of people. But even then, you know, it's still changing. Right now, my current plans are to transfer and go to maybe USC and get a degree in psychology and anthropology, and hopefully I do something with that. Like really, I don't study these things to get a job with it. I just study them because they're my interests, and if, you know, something comes along with those interests, I can go ahead and work with that. But even like, for example, something that kind of changed my perspective a little bit is study abroad. I've done quite a bit of, well, not quite a bit, a little bit of study abroad. I went to France. That also led me to go to Istanbul, and now I'm thinking of going to Mexico City, and travel has really become an interest of mine. So even, like, not even coming here for, like, specific degrees that you want to do, you find other interests, and that's something that I potentially want to do more, travel, and maybe use my degrees to work in a restaurant abroad, or use psychology to, I don't know, go study people in another country or something. But yeah, you never know, you never know.
My plans after graduating from College of DuPage, I'm transferring to Columbia College Chicago to study marketing with a digital media concentration. and I will have about 2 years there, and then I will also be interning with different companies that Columbia has relations with, and then I plan to get my master's. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for volunteering your time. We really appreciate you guys. So next we're going to be doing the tours and the IDs. Students that want to do only IDs, we're going to go with Jellimar. Jellimar will go and do the IDs if you only want the IDs. And then the students who are going to do both will first do the tour, which we have our student ambassadors in the back. We have 4 of them. You guys will go there and then they'll split you guys in half and then do the tour. The tour shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. And then they will take you down to the student life office to get your IDs as well. ID shouldn't take very long. We have your information if you've registered for this session. They'll just take your photo. And your IDs will be sent to your high school. So once you take your ID, your photo ID, I am going to be sending those to the high school and to your instructor that you're taking dual credit with. So you won't get the physical ID right away, but you should be getting it within the next week. If you does anyone have any questions, you can always ask us. We'll be in the back. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to come out here, especially on this snowy day. I know it's kind of dangerous. So thank you guys so much. Thank you.